But yeah, this might be one of the maddest transfers I've seen in a very long time. And welcome back to another episode of Outcasts to Icons with today, well, with me, it's me, it's me. Of course, if you've enjoyed the series up to this point, smash the like button, that's always lovely. So I thought we'd just take a little look at our progress so far after 8 games to see where we're sort of lining up compared to the rest of the league and how I feel that we should be doing. I mean, I feel like we've played pretty well across the board in most games. However, against Debrecen, we definitely did let slip a bit defensively. Now, admittedly, 2 of those situations were penalties, so that does account for quite a lot, but still, you can't give them away, albeit with that referee breathing near people, as we saw, probably give away a penalty. But we're right up towards the top. Like, obviously, Debrecen look that little bit better in terms of goals for. They've also had 5 penalties already this season. Then again, we've had 3, so there is that. Defensively, we were the best in the entire division before that Debrecen game, but we gave up an awful lot. We gave up, like, nearly half the XG that we conceded all season in that one game. But you can see that we're definitely one of the best defensive teams in the league, which is a really good sign compared to them slightly. So I feel like it's a good sign. We're 3rd in both, and that's exactly where we sit in the league right now. And honestly, that's fine by me. And I think over the course of the rest of the season, we'll continue scoring goals at a good rate, and we look pretty strong defensively for the most part. So I think we've got a good enough layout and a setup here that is going to enable us to genuinely challenge at the very top this year. I still think they might push away with the title at some point, but I think that 2nd place is anybody's guess right now, and I can't wait to see who's going to get it. Hopefully us. Slightly difficult one away here, because at the end of the day, despite the fact that they're 13th and we're 3rd, they are only 4 points behind us, and a win would take them to within 1 point. This league is not particularly spread out just yet. So, yeah, now thankfully Debrecen are actually playing against one of the rivals towards the top, so there is a chance for us today to potentially do slightly better, and it's not an easy lineup for our current league leaders either. So hopefully we can carry on and get some good stuff going. Now, hopefully we've not lost anyone to international duty. God damn it. So there were some under-19 tournaments or under-20 tournaments, and I was hoping we wouldn't lose anyone to them, but sadly we do lose Mikhailov. Not the end of the world, but still frustrating. Now then, is he back ready yet? No, John Otto's not yet ready, but he'll be back for the next game, which is against 18th place, and there's a cup game today as well. Our first experience as well of the cup here in Hungary. So Kovacevic's numbers are still not spectacular, but they're definitely coming back up towards where I want to see them. So as long as he can keep that kind of momentum going, I'll be happy. And despite Grechto only scoring 1 goal this year, you can see that he just does things for us, and he's a really good player. So I think that's going to be our lineup. Bench-wise, though, oh, God. Regan Booty, I almost feel sorry for him. Oh, hang on. Wait, no. Oh, wait, no, Booty can come onto the bench today because Mikhailov, obviously, is non-EU. So Regan Booty will definitely try to get him on at some point in today's game. When it comes to us at the moment, I'm pretty confident going out that we're good enough to beat any team on our day. It's just that sometimes we don't quite take our chances or we give up. But we're basically the epitome of quiet leaky when it comes to defending, i.e. that we don't really give up a lot of shots or even chances most of the time. And when we do, they're pretty low quality, but still have this annoying habit of just conceding the odd goal here and there. It's frustrating, particularly when it comes in the same game as performances where we just can't seem to find the net no matter how much we do. So hopefully we can just have a good solid performance here. Away games against these sort of mid-table-ish teams are always a bit of a minefield. Styles through, pulls it back across, and Gregshaw off the post. Really good work there from the lads. Should be 1-0 already, but we don't quite take our chance, frustratingly, and it's things like that. I'm making that halftime shift to the other style of play here because we are gaining a bit of possession, and I do think we just need to be a little bit more aggressive. I just find that starting with that style of play just seems like it's not going to work properly because we do win some massive results just with our standard approach, but sometimes you just need that little bit extra aggression in a game like this when it's balanced out nicely and it's there for us to go and take if we want it. And the players need to want it is the problem, and today they've just looked a little bit lackluster for my money. Considering we have a high line of engagement now, we're not really using it much, but that's fine. That's more like it. Win it in the midfield. Jurisic, the space through the centre now. Kovacevic again, and it's 3. Oh, there we go. Within 3 minutes of the start of the second half, Ferenc Kovacevic scores his 3rd goal in, I think, 4 games now, ever since he's decided that he actually wants to stay at the club, and I had that word with him about his training and his match play performances. He has been back to his best, quite simply. Makes a lovely little run in behind Jurisic. They don't track him because they're following Grechto, and it's just a simple little finish into the bottom corner. It's 1-0 Seged, and that is a massive goal. Even if we just win 1-0 because of that, I'll take it. Like, within 5 minutes of the start of the second half, we've already had 2 shots on target, looking much, much more like it now. Jurisic, lovely ball for Bosic. Let's grab a second goal while we're here. Bosic has gone all the way through here. Might be able to pull this back for someone, hopefully. And he all the way, oh my goodness, and the ball has fallen to Albert Stahl for his 7th goal of the year. I don't know what that was defensively, but within 6 minutes of the start of the second half, we've just turned up in dramatic fashion here. That was shocking defending. Bosic does brilliantly, but I think even he wouldn't have expected this to get all the way through. And then, what is the keeper doing? Just throw himself on the ball. Stahl with a tap-in for his 7th goal of the year. I never expected that after 9 league games, Albert Stahl, our right-sided midfielder, would have 7 league goals to his name already. Most we've seen a player score for us in this save was 16, and that was Grekshow, and that wasn't even over a full season because, you know, we don't know. He got 4 before he came in. But I think Stahl, if he carries on playing like this, could break that kind of record. He's in again here, all the way through and cleared away. Sort of faded somewhat since that opening blitz. What we did very well there at the start of the second half was just put them under an immense amount of pressure, and they just seem to crumble to it. Since then, we've basically shut up shop on them and have just turned this into what looks like a very, very, very comfortable away victory, which is exactly what we needed right now. Come on, lads! That's huge. Jury 0, Szeged 2, from a relatively poor and anonymous first half performance to a blitz at the start of the second half that's completely carried them away here. Debrecen win as well, but we've come up when we needed to right there. Start of that second half completely killed them off with 2 brilliant goals. Well, brilliant. The first one was brilliant. Stahl's one was just a tap-in, but out of nowhere, Kovacevic does it again. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing out of him. We did get Rigambuti off the bench for the second half. You just saw nothing from him because there was no highlights. Wow. So, things are really starting to pick up now. 18 points from 9 games. We're basically 2 points a game right now. This is exactly the kind of form we need to be in to challenge towards the top. And goal difference is looking much better than everybody else, which is very, very nice. Right, a couple of games off camera, apologies there. We're back for a game against Pekshi. They may be down there, but they are definitely a better team than this is making them look for sure. Right then, we're back. I made an executive decision because it was actually only going to be 2 games before the Pekshi game, and I just didn't feel like that was enough for an episode to only have 2 games off camera, one of which was a cup game, because I always want to make sure that there's enough meat and games in the episodes, otherwise I feel like I'm shortchanging you as a viewer. So, we've done a bigger chunk, and I'll explain a bit more about that in a second. But firstly, we were up against, well, I just called them Jazzberry, which obviously isn't their name, but I like that anyway. Bosic getting the ball down the left-hand side. Lovely flick on header from Kovacevic at the start of the second half. Another goal for Kova. He's been all over the place lately. Just phenomenal work, both in assists and goals. Annoyingly, they did get back into this match, though. Ratch gets in behind. I think it was their first shot they get, as per, you know how it goes. 1-1 on 63 minutes. But in the 85th minute, we were able to get a really important victory here against a relatively poor side. Kovacevic slips it through for Nandori, who drills it into the bottom corner for 2-1. Which is a very, very important result for us. Very strong performance on the night, as you'll see. But it was just nice to see Kovacevic getting a goal and an assist in this game too, to really just continue his development, and he has been great. Next up, we had a cup match against a 3rd-tier opposition. I went full strength, but I put Rigambuti in the lineup because I wanted to see what he was capable of doing. Stahl puts the ball around the side, and there was Grekshow to make it 1-0 after 15 minutes. Hilariously, though, that didn't stop us from conceding off of their first shot at the game on 35 minutes. Ball was whipped in, 1-1, and I was like, Christ, are we going to go out of the cup as well at this rate? But that was not the case. As Booty bringing the ball forward here, tries to pick a lovely ball out, comes back to him, finds a gorgeous little ball around the side, and there was Radovoy Bosic to slap another one home for 2-1, and that just kind of started to bring us forward beyond that point. We started to open up a bit more in the second half. Osvar with the ball back here to Jaladaris, ball over the top, Grekshow knocks it down, there was Bosic, another goal for him. I mean, he's nearly at double figures already, which is just kind of crazy if you ask me. But there was more to come from us still. This time Nandori off the bench, whipping a nice ball over the top for Grekshow, getting it behind and just dispatching it comfortably for 4-1. And another goal for him, which is nice to see. But we still managed to concede a 2nd goal to this lot. Incredible times to actually concede another one here. Terrible just everything there, and it was 4-2. And as you'll see, 2 shots on target against these guys, and they still managed to score both of them, but it doesn't matter because we won 4-2, very comfortable, and we're actually going to play, I think, either a 4th or 5th tier side in the next round, which is good for confidence. Just nice to see Grekshow scoring. Next up, it was away at Pekshi, which was supposed to be the live com, but they were just dropping like a stone at this point. I didn't think it'd be the best game. Jurisic slaps us. I keep saying slaps. He slaps us in front after just 2 minutes in this away game. Within 15 minutes on the clock as well, we were even further in front. Jurisic, look at this for play here, though. Stalrocks around the side. Kovacic around the side again. And there was Grekshow with a lovely little finish to make it 2-0. And that was all she wrote, but we still got pretty good after that. Pretty comfortable away victory. And we're just looking solid as a rock at the back and got a goal or two in us in almost every game now. And that exact form continued well into the next game against Vasas, who were again not looking that good, as Stahl gave us the lead from the penalty spot. Literally from the kickoff in the second half, we got ourselves a 2nd goal. Tolic with the ball through, Bosic with yet another goal. I think that was 9th goal of the season for the man there. And with 5 minutes to go, we wrapped the game up in very, very comfortable fashion here. Put eventually around the side for Bakayoko to score, I think, his first goal for the club, 3-0 Szeged. about as comfortable as a game could possibly be for us. And this has just been the story of us at the moment. We are on fire. And the last match of this period was at home against Shakvari. Sort of struggling side, but, you know, we found weird form against these sort of teams at home. Kovacevic gets in behind after 30 minutes to slip another goal in, his 5th of the year already. And then in the 82nd minute, he was involved in another one, of course. Lovely little ball around the side for Nandori, shakes his man off, and it was 2-0. Just brilliant stuff again. Not the best performance in terms of quality of chances created in this game, but we were still able to take them and stayed strong at the back again. We're just controlling games and winning them. And that leaves us top of the league. But you can see now that it is very clearly starting to get rid of the rest of the teams. It's us and Debrecen in those top 2 spots right now. I still think they'll be better than us long term. The amount of goals that they are scoring currently is ridiculous. We're just a bit better defensively, and it is helping us out from time to time. Nowhere near as good as Haladas here, who've conceded 4 goals this season. They've only conceded 4 times all season. And now a complete tangent. To be honest, because we may well have Bosic, who's playing like a Hungarian League Neymar, but now a little bit of talk about the actual Neymar, because he's playing for Celtic. I saw in a news article that he was in talks with Flamengo, and I was like, well, that's a very strange transfer. And then I noticed that he was playing for Celtic at the time. Not a lot, admittedly. He's joined them on a free transfer from Paris Saint-Germain, where he sort of tailed off very quickly, actually, at PSG the last few seasons. He joined Celtic on a free, and he's only on 45 grand a week. And bearing in mind, I think he was, 32? No, he was 33 when he joined them, but still, a 33-year-old Neymar, he's not exactly past it yet. He's now joining Flamengo at the end of the season, because apparently Celtic only wanted him on a 1-year deal, but 4 goals and an assist for them in the Scottish Premiership this season. But yeah, this might be one of the maddest transfers I've seen in a very long time. I'm kind of curious now, what's the weirdest transfer that you lot have seen on one of your saves? Like, something that's just completely out of the blue like this, like Neymar playing for Celtic. I have to know. Let me know in the comments. So, today's live comment is against, well, they were actually right up there in the title race at the end of the last video, or even at the start of this one, but they've sort of slipped away a bit. You can see Vasas down in 11th. I was expecting them to be good. Pekshi down in 16th place at the moment, which means that a match against them wasn't very competitive. Now, newly relegated are starting to come back into this a little bit, and obviously next episode we'll actually be starting off against Seafok, so that's sort of stacked up quite nicely, because that could be an opportunity for us, should we win here, to put an even bigger gap against all of these sides, and it is looking like a 2-horse breakaway momentarily anyway, because Debrecen are showing no signs of slowing down. I actually started Regan Booty at left back in the last game too, because we had an international duty situation yet again, and I just thought it'd be kind of fun. He picked up a slight knock in that game, so out he comes again, and I don't think he did the best job, to be fair, but we did keep a clean sheet, so hey, gotta go with that, I suppose. But everyone's just really stepped up in the last 5 games. There's nobody putting in bad performances now at all. It's just nice consistency, really, really happy. 9 goals for Bosic, 8 goals for Stahl, 5 for Kovacevic as well, and 4 for Greksho. These two have really started chipping in the last few matches, and that's key. We seem to go in these weird phases where certain parts of our team will create goals and score goals, but hey, there's always someone that's got a goal, and that's what you like to see. That being said, I still think they'll finish above us, and they'll probably win this league, but we don't need to win it. We just need to do our best and try to get up. We were only really hoping at top 3, top 4 this season, but now that we're really on this good run, I think there is a quality side that can get promoted this season in here. Now that everybody's settled in, the match fitness is up, the links are starting to build, the players that were underperforming towards the start of the year have really found themselves. Kovacevic has been superb. I think he's got like 5 goals and 3 assists in something like his last 6 matches or 7 matches, which is crazy good. Bosic has been phenomenal. Stahl's great. Greksho's finally starting to find some goals again. I fully expect him to get 10 or 12 towards the end of the season and just sort of catch up there a little bit. Maybe even do more. Who knows? It's just exciting to watch the guys doing as well as they are, because we've got a lot of goals in this team. Osvath now. Can we get an early one potentially? 2 minutes gone. Jurisic is into the box. Loads of space. Bosic has got no way of shooting here, and it's blocked again and blocked again. And wow, the pressure is already mounting. Look at the number of players we have in their box, and it's cleared away. Very good early pressure from us so far, but this is exactly what I want to see from us. Just controlling matches. Kovacevic around the side, and he gets the shot away and actually misses the other post. But he's been absolutely unplayable lately. Runs from deep, providing little touches around the side for the likes of Bosic and Greksho. He's been superb. Greksho again, back post, and Bosic is there, and it's over the crossbar, and he was nearly into double figures already. I think that this year, we're going to have a new top scorer in the sense that someone will outdo the best ever tally in one of these teams in this save. I think Bosic could do it. I think there's a chance for him to get 17 or 18 goals this year if he carries on like this. Bosic again. On his right! Wow! What a hit. That was very nearly in. Not a spectacular first half. We sort of flew out the traps in the early days and then just found nothing really from that moment onwards. I did switch it to like a slightly more high-tempo work ball in the box style play towards the end of the half to try to just generate something, but I do wonder if this is another game where our standard approach just isn't quite there, and we may need to go a bit more aggressive in this second period, because this game's definitely there to be won. But we'll see. Or maybe we'll score the lesser spotted corner goal. Osvath's ball through. It's come back to him. I'd still count it if we scored off this second phase and whatnot. Goes back for Tolic. He might just go for goal here. Patience. I like it. Maybe a back post cross on here, potentially. And he's found Bosic! Good save again from the goalkeeper, but once again, Bosic is just ghosting around. We're also quite good at getting a lot of bodies behind the ball, considering how aggressive this system is at times. We can get bodies back very, very quickly. Seder. Oh, he's gone round one! And they've scored! Babinski scores, and I think that is, yep. Oh, God. Again? Okay, there's plenty of time, but we are once again losing to a team's first shot on target. 51 minutes into the match this time it took them. Bad defending there, just allowing him through. It's a good pick out, and it's through a crowd of bodies for Babinski, and it is 1-0 to them. We're very much going to have to up our aggression levels now. What started off very, very strongly for... Oh my god, and they've scored off 2 of them now. And in a matter of seconds, they've done what we normally do to other teams. They've blitzed us with 2 shots in as many... Well, not in as many minutes, it's like 9 minutes in between. That's just bad defending. He's just able to ghost to the back post. It's a great header from him, and wow, okay. That should be a nice, easy one for the keeper, and it is. If we get a quick one back, maybe the tide will start to turn in our favour a little bit, and we can start to find some momentum again. We're so good at coming back from deficits that I wouldn't even put this past us. Kovacevic, Bosic out to the left. We are going to have to make changes soon, though. Oh, it's round the side. Grekshow's got it. We've got bodies in the box. Come on. Let's get a nice quick one back. And it's Albert Stahl, of course. 9th goal of the year for him, and we are back in this match, and hopefully we can start to turn the tide now. Bosic has been poured. So, I mean, he did assist this, or did he? It was Grekshow. No, I think Nandori needs to get himself onto the pitch soon, and we need to shake things up going forward. Nice assist from Grekshow, though, but yet again, Stahl, thunderous strike, 2-1, game on. Let's have this. And we've kind of just gone out with a whimper here. I still feel like a defeat is a bit harsh on us, but it looks like it's going to be 2-1. We're going to lose to these guys. Frustrating, really. We've been okay. Not good, though, for sure. But we just let ourselves down in that opening part of the second half and just conceded 2 goals out of nothing and couldn't pull ourselves back into the game. We had no shots after getting a goal back. There was just no impetus for the lads. That was probably one of our worst performances of the season, and we were still probably just as good, if not better than them, but that's how it goes. At least when we're losing, it's not like we're getting destroyed in any game this season. I've not seen us be completely dominated by anybody yet, and that's a good sign, but it is still annoying when you have results like this, but you just have to accept that's We've won 5 in a row. Like, let's face it, we were bound to drop points eventually. Would have liked to have not lost, though. Incredibly, it doesn't seem to have actually cost us that much, as Debrecen dropped points at home with a 92nd minute equaliser, so we stay top because of games won, and nobody really else was able to capitalise on that. The gap's dropped back slightly, but nowhere near as much as it would have done potentially. So I think we've kind of got away with that a little bit. As we do play against CFOC in the next video at the very beginning, I think these guys are probably the best contenders for third. They don't concede goals at all. 4 in 14 now, and they're actually starting to score a bit more now too. It's amazing that these lads actually aren't bottom anymore as well. I think they've all won a game now. Certainly no reason to panic whatsoever. We look completely capable of going back on another good run, although it is a little bit tougher lately. Well, in some respects, in that we've got 5th next, then a cup game against the 5th or 4th tier side, which would be great for a palate cleanser in case we do struggle a bit here. Then it does get tough, though, away again against 3rd, but after that, 20th, 16th, tough one there at 6th, and then 19th. There's a lot of winnable games in there after that, and I feel like if we can just come through these 2 games in a relatively strong position, then we've got a nice little run of fixtures where we could start to build a nice buffer again, and I think we're really put ourselves in a great shape right now. So, if you've enjoyed it, and that takes us sort of up to the winter break really at that point, so if you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, drop a like on the video, that'd be superb. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, that'd be sick too. I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, so go follow there as well, and I will see you guys tomorrow for more of this madness. Thank you so much for watching, hold your gun, capybara, bye-bye.